Hello, my cosmic friends. So, my very first submission to CGC has arrived. Did any of you who submitted get like irrationally nervous trying to do the paperwork and making sure everything was in the order that it was supposed to be and all that stuff? Like I packed it probably better than I'd ever packed any books. Anyway, I'm excited. I feel like a kid in a candy shop right now. So let's do it. Open some cosmic mail. All right. Cosmic slabs. So I picked up a number of these books, which you will see shortly, and oops, broke that. So excited, I just smash all these things that are in my way. Ooh, that's pretty exciting. Take that top off, take that out of here. A little bit of extra bubble wrap, thank you. And, ooh la la! Negan Lives, #1, the second printing bronze foil edition. Came back at a 9.8, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Let's move on to the next one. Stack that up nicely. So you're going to be all quite surprised to see that these are almost all, Negan Lives books. So Negan Lives Gold, first printing, gold foil edition. #1, 9.8. There's been a lot of speculation around these Negan Lives books, but I personally collected them because I have just loved the series, The Walking Dead. By the series, I mean the books, but also the television show. I've been reading steadily since 2006. I've picked up the second trade at a comic book shop, and I have not stopped reading it since. Kept up till the end, and when they put out these Negan Lives, I was really pumped to get a hold of them and read the story. And spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. At the end when it says Clementine lives, holy shit, dude. I like lost my mind, because I love the game. I don't know if you've ever played the Telltale games, The Walking Dead. In my personal opinion, that is the best story within the Walking Dead universe, like including the TV show, I'm a huge Rick Grimes fan, but including him. Like, it's better than any of the original stories, in my opinion. I love it. I think it's great. Oh, this is interesting. So, Silver Negan Lives, 9.6. I'm curious why that is. It seems really really sharp, really clean, but it could be something on the inside. That's the one thing that kind of sucks a little bit about these slightly off grades, and that's one critique I have for CGC is the grading notes. Like, grading notes seem to only be like if it's below a certain level, then they give you grading notes. But you know, sometimes 9.4s, 9.6, you don't get grading notes on that, and it surprises me because as a collector or as a person who sells books or whatever level you're in, you would want to know what it is that you can do better. Is it something you can press? Is it something that maybe is just a defect that you weren't aware of? So another silver, 9.4. Again, kind of that same surprised feeling for it. Yeah, I'd be curious as to why that is that. But well, no, you can kind of, I guess, you can kind of see some of the stuff in there. Anyway, it's exciting. This is my first submission, and wait, that's not it. Now this book I'm really pumped about, and I basically set up as a little bit of an experiment for myself. So it's a Resident Evil 1 Marvel Comics, which came out in '96. So this was a precursor to Resident Evil before the game came out. It was meant to be like a little kind of preview for the game, and it had like a coupon in there for electronics boutique, if I'm not mistaken. You could go in and get the game. The director's cut of the game that I had this artwork on it, and the artwork is actually by Bill Sienkiewicz, which I'm super pumped about because I would love at some point to have this signed by him. And now I knew the book could use a press, but I was curious to see what the grade would be, and now I want to take this into a little experiment of my own and see if I take it out of the slab, clean it and press it, where would it go from its original 8.5 grade? How far would it be able to bump up? Now that brings up some questions for me as kind of I would say a beginner in this cleaning and pressing and slabbing world of comics. It's like another mountain I just discovered. Like holy crap, so much more to climb. My neighbor's kids are probably going to scream as if they're being assaulted, but they're in fact not. They do that. So yeah, I want to crack the slab, clean it, press it, send it back in, and see what the grade difference would be for just the simple action of doing that. And I know that it's not going to happen for every book. You know, it's not kind of the same thing that happens for each book. Each book reacts differently, but I would be curious to see how far it can jump based on just that alone. Also, it's the back of it. It's pretty cool. That very first moment, that iconic moment where it sounds I freaked out so bad. Yeah, I'm super. This one is like one of those books that brings me a lot of joy because there's just a lot of really good memories attached to it, and yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I'm curious. Another question that comes up for anyone that's that might know the answer to it is, so let's say in an instance like this, you get the book, you crack the slab, you clean and press the book, you send it back in. Does that null and void, I mean, I would assume it would null and void the number that they have set up in the CGC census. So do you think over time that's gonna kind of make the census null and void because there are books that are in further rotation and it is just essentially inaccurate? I'd be curious if I do send it back in, I'd make a note that, hey, it was this number, this serial number on the book, and I'm having it repressed. If it was a book that I sent in, but then I'd be curious if they want to know the authenticity. Maybe you just have to send in the label. You know, if you crack it yourself and clean it, press it, send it back in, and you send in maybe this CGC'd label, that they would know, oh hey, okay, that's what this person did, and it wouldn't affect the census. Interesting. Got a lot of stuff to learn. All right, my friends, thank you for checking this out and seeing the books that I got. I've been looking here. I should be looking here. I don't know. I'm going to be curious to see what my eyes do in this this thing. I was so excited I forgot my my camera placement. Anyway, thank you for watching, and remember, think cosmic.